I know it's late, Liza. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
No, Joe, I'm glad to see you. I was just going to have some milk. Can I get anything for you?
Oh, no, thanks. I'm fine.
I thought you were still in Chicago.
Matter of fact, I just got off the plane.
The electronics firm signed already, huh?
Well, I think we made some progress. To tell the truth, I spent most of the day thinking about you. Are you all right?
More or less.
I think I was hoping I'd walk in here and find you and Travis playing checkers.
No, nothing's changed. Except that he moved out of his hotel. He's staying with his father now.
So there are no new developments.
Well, I do have some news.
What's that?
I'm pregnant.
This is Search for Tomorrow.
Pregnant? Are you sure?
Well, Bob Rogers confirmed the test results today.
Oh, Liza, that's wonderful. Oh, I am so happy for you.
Thank you, Joe. Right now, I'm just trying to keep everything in perspective.
Everything is in perspective. This is what you wanted since you got married.
I know, Joe, but I've never been able to carry to full term. I want to be realistic about this.
Nonsense. You had that operation in Europe. Your chances are much better now.
I know. I want this baby.
I know you do. Does Travis know yet?
No, he doesn't.
But you are going to tell him.
No, I'm not going to.
Oh, honey, don't you
Joe, I just called Mother in San Francisco, so right now you, my mother, and my doctor are the only three who know about this. I'd like it to stay that way.
Of course, I wouldn't dream of telling anyone. But I think you should tell Travis. It's such good news.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to use my pregnancy as a lure to get him home.
But it's what he wants too. Honey, as soon as he finds out you're pregnant, he's going to realize that this whole situation is ridiculous.
Joe, he's moved in with his father now. That means he believes those lies even more.
You keep using that word. What lies? What lies are you talking about?
Rusty's lies.
Rusty?
Joe, Rusty has very skillfully poisoned his son's mind. Do you know, if I told my husband right now that I'm pregnant, he would swear it was Tony Burton's baby.
Tony Burton? Oh, no. Liza, he would never think that. He knows you.
I used to think he did.
How in the world could Travis believe something like that?
He has been set up, Joe. Very carefully, step by step.
What does that mean? What kind of steps?
I'm not sure I should pull you into this now.
Why not?
Joe, I know you've been seeing Rusty lately.
Rusty and I are friends. I helped him set up his bank. I would never side against you.
Still, I'm not
Liza,
sure.
please talk to me. Tell me what this is about.
Max, the point is, Cousin is installed. He didn't tell me a thing.
Hi, Sonny.
Oh,
Hi, Mr. B.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Thank you.
Listen, I know it's a little late to be ordering food. I hope we're not going to be putting your kitchen staff on overtime.
No, honey, it's all right. We're still serving.
Good.
Well, where have you two been tonight?
Oh, we saw a foreign film.
Oh?
Well, actually, I'm the only one who saw it, really. Dane read one or two of the subtitles and went right off to sleep.
Oh, no. Was the movie that bad?
Well, no, it was good. Oh, he's just real tired. He had to go to New York today, round trip. Makes for a long day.
Oh, sure. Listen, movies aren't too much fun when you're tired.
No, that's true. So, what's good tonight? Anything special?
Oh, everything. Everything is good, I guess.
You know, that is the first time I've ever seen you miss a cue.
I beg your pardon?
Well, normally when I ask you what's good, you practically eat the menu, telling me how delicious everything is.
Oh. I'm sorry, Sonny. I'm a little glum tonight. This business with Travis and Liza is very upsetting.
Yeah, I know. I'm real sorry, Mr. B.
Sure you are. You know, what gets me is I'm only her grandfather, and if it bothers me this much, I can imagine how much pain she must be in.
Yeah, she's having a pretty rough time, all right. I spoke to her earlier. I'm hoping we can get together soon and just talk.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Now, Travis moving out like this just doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Hi.
Hi, Stu. How you doing? I hope Sonny hasn't ordered for me. I don't trust her choices after the movie she dragged me to.
Now, how can you say that? You only saw the credits, my dear.
Terrible credits. I mean, how good could they be for a movie called Alexei and Masha Make a Trip to Moscow?
Oh,
Come on.
stop.
Maybe some good food will brighten my spirits.
Yeah. Well, listen, why don't you two look over the menu, and when you're ready, I'll have a waitress take your order, okay?
Thanks, Stu.
Thanks, Mr. B. So, what's the scoop? Is Alvin still disgusted with the bourgeois establishment?
Pardon me?
Well, that's who you were talking to on the phone at the bar just now, wasn't it? You know, Alvin, the guy from the phone company.
I never in my life have talked to anybody on the phone named Alvin.
Dane.
I mean, in the first place, I don't believe people named Alvin really exist. It's like one of those made-up names you hear about Throckmorton or Chauncey.
This Alvin exists. I gave you his phone number, don't you remember?
Yes, I remember. I also remember you were going to stay as innocent on this subject as possible.
I didn't say I was going to stay innocent. You merely informed me that I had no choice in the matter.
Right?
Well, would it hurt my innocence if you told me? Rather, if you confessed to me that it was Alvin that you were talking to.
It wasn't Alvin.
Well, then who was it? Dane, who were you talking to on the phone? Dane,
Would you like a drink before dinner?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I was just in the nick of time. My little chickadee, sweet libation, how about a beer? Young lady would like a white wine, am I correct?
Who were you talking to on the phone?
Why do you want to know so badly?
I'm a reporter. I'm trained to probe.
This is not TV journalism, Sonny Adamson, ace reporter. It's purely personal business, not journalism.
What if I'm not asking you as a reporter? Liza happens to be my friend too, you know?
Okay, look. Let's say I feed you a piece of information, okay?
Right.
Like who I was talking to just now?
Right.
You are a fact junkie. You're going to become addicted. You're not going to stop till you gobble up every one of my secrets. But since half of what I'm going to do is probably going to be very illegal, I think it's best that I keep you in the dark. I don't want to run the risk of getting you in any trouble.
I am very good at handling trouble.
Yeah? How about in front of a grand jury? There's no shield law to protect you, you know.
I know that, but I don't care. I still want to help.
Sorry, this is purely personal. Hands up, keep your nose out of it. Business.
All right, fine, you win. Don't tell me. See if I care. Only do me one favor, will you please, Mr. Taylor? Will you please be careful?
This wasn't supposed to end like this. You were supposed to apply overwhelming pressure and win my reluctant consent to let you help.
What? What do you mean to tell me that all this time you have been pulling my leg?
Oh, thank you. Here. Here's our libations, my dear. Thank you so much. All right.
You are the most exasperating person I've ever met.
I hope so.
All right, what do you want me to do?
Look, I want you to find out how Sintel bought his stock in the TV station. Now, you can ask Stephanie, you can ask the old owners, or maybe you can even find a copy of the transaction in the file somewhere.
You want me to find out how he talked the old owners into selling?
No. I want to find out what he used for money. When the old owners gave up their broadcasting license, what did they get in return? Was it a certified check? Was it cash? Was it gold? Was it wampum?
But
I need to know.
what difference does it make?
Never you mind what difference it makes. Just do it, okay?
But I don't understand what the point is.
Better you don't. You do it, won't you?
Okay, I'll try.
And then I walked into Travis's office and I overheard Rusty on the phone saying, "That's right, George. It's going to be sweet music."
Sweet music. What does that mean?
It means destroying Liza will be fun. It was shortly thereafter, Joe, that Rusty and Travis went to see George Cousins in New York. George Cousins denied ever working with me.
Okay, maybe it's far-fetched, but is it possible he was talking to somebody else, just happened to be named George?
No, I don't believe that. I also found out that Rusty is the one who set me up with George Cousins in the first place.
I see.
So that is it. That is the whole gruesome tale.
It's a very disturbing story.
Now tell me something. Do you think I'm being over-imaginative or paranoid about this?
No, indeed, I don't. It all fits together in a kind of horrible logic. But it still doesn't make any sense. Because why? Why would he do it?
Well, I have a theory. In fact, Dane is helping me check it out now. Rusty needs stock in Turner Instruments.
Needs stock? What for? He's a very rich man.
Oh, I know he is.
A few shares more of Turner Instruments stock. How could that possibly motivate him to destroy his son's marriage?
Joe, that man wants power. He wants power and control. Look, I don't have all my facts together yet, and I know this sounds like an incredible story. I mean, if you don't believe me...
I believe one thing, absolutely. You didn't make this up to cover up an affair with another man.
Thank you for that.
It is hard for me to imagine the Rusty I know. But it's silly to stand around wondering, isn't it? Only way to find out the truth is to talk to him.
Joe, he will lie to you, too.
Well, if he does, I'm ready for that now.
Remember, every single line he feeds you will sound so plausible.
We'll see about that. You take care of yourself, you hear?
A nice table right over here, fellas. How's that?
Stu Bergman, I'd like you to meet Officer John Colton, my partner.
Good to meet you, John.
Same here.
Call me Colt, though, not John.
Oh, sorry, Colt.
Listen, I've been called all sorts of names. Don't let this rookie cop tell you what to do.
No, I won't. Tell me, how's Brian doing? Is he the pride of the force yet?
He's just about like every other hotshot that just gets out of the academy. He thinks he's going to be Dick Tracy in about 2 weeks. But otherwise, he's doing fine.
Well, that's good. That's good to hear. Listen, I hope you two will join us whenever you can, huh?
Oh, we will. You know this place serves good food because I used to work here, and I still come back here to eat.
Well, now, that's a vote of confidence if I ever heard one. Brian, I was, wondering about Andy.
What about her, Stu?
Well, do you think there's any chance they may drop the shoplifting charge? Keith is pretty concerned, so am I.
Look, I don't know what to tell you. I checked into the case already, and it seems the whole thing's been passed over to the juvenile authorities.
Uh-oh.
It's not that bad now. These people have been known to be lenient.
I hope so. You know, even Andy loses some of her toughness when she thinks about going into court.
That's the way it's supposed to be. It makes the kids sweat it a little bit, so they don't attempt to get into trouble again.
Yeah, well, believe me, Andy's had her share of trouble. Anyway, I'll have a waitress take your order in a minute, though.
Thanks, Stu.
Okay.
Dick Tracy, huh?
Rookie cops. Where would we be without him?
So you really think I'm gung-ho, is that it?
Yeah.
I guess you're even gonna get on my case about this, right?
Oh, very pretty.
Yeah, I lost the first one I bought, so I had to go out and buy the best one I could find. This way I don't dare lose it, right? Like that logic?
What's this made out of, rookie?
I don't know, nickel, stainless steel?
You got it, pal. Metal. Do yourself a favor. Give this to a cheerleader and go out and buy the 49-cent plastic kind.
What, are you kidding? Why?
Did you ever pop metal into your mouth at about 5 degrees below zero? Pulls your lips off. It's very painful.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
see? You see how lucky you are to be riding with a steady old vet like me?
What, are you kidding? You're the lucky one, buddy.
Why's that?
Because for some strange reason, I've decided to buy dinner tonight.
It just proves my point. Your judgment's terrible. Thanks anyway.
I suggest the sauteed scallops. Beautiful.
Wait a second. Hold on here. I just put on the pounds just smelling that stuff. Say, where are you getting all this money from anyway?
What do you mean?
Shiny new whistle, did an expensive restaurant, moving into a new apartment.
Whoa, I'm not moving anywhere.
How come your place is for rent?
What do you mean? My place isn't for rent.
Look, I need a new place to live, right? So I hired this real estate agent. He showed me a few places, including yours, which I recognized from the time I dumped you there when you had a few too many. Your landlord said that your wife told him that you two would be out by the 1st of the month. So I signed a new lease.
Well, that's crazy, Colt. I mean, that's a great apartment. I'm not giving that up.
Hey, look, Brian, I'm sorry, man. I figured you knew. Hey, I'm willing to look for a new place, but maybe you should check this out with your wife first.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Listen, Brian, I don't want to start any trouble between you two. I just think maybe the two of you got your signals crossed or something.
Man, if she gave that place up, she better have a good explanation.
Well, this is a pleasant surprise.
I'm sorry it's late, but I have to talk to you.
Oh, certainly. What's on your mind?
I just heard some very Good Lord, what's all this?
It's quite an arsenal, isn't it?
I had no idea you had so many guns.
Oh, well, I'm a collector. As a matter of fact, I was just cleaning them. I get a kick out of my antique gun collection.
Well, that doesn't look like a relic to me.
No, it's a German Luger, World War II. I was just getting it ready for mounting.
Isn't that loaded now?
Yes, it is. All the weapons here are loaded.
Isn't that dangerous?
Oh, quite the contrary. People treat unloaded weapons carelessly. Loaded weapons are treated with the respect and care that are due them.
That seems to me a very strange point of view.
Well, it may seem backward, but it's very effective, believe me. In fact, it saved my life once. Well, I'm glad you're here. Would you like some wine?
No, thank you. I'd like to talk to you about Liza.
Ah, yes, of course.
I just saw her. Rusty, she believes...
Joanne, forgive me if I interrupt, but I think what you're about to say is that I schemed, plotted, pulled strings. Is that it?
Well, you're certainly blasé about her feelings.
I apologize. Liza is upset, for which I am deeply sorry. But I am the one who is being maligned here. And I think it's time I spoke on my own behalf.
Please do.
Well, I think first off, we have to look at this realistically. The number of mysterious incidents is overwhelming. George Cousins, Tony Burton, rehearsal schedules, trips out of town, photographs in the newspaper, tapes, erasures. This is not in the power of one man to do. I think of all the actors I would have had to hire, all the airline tickets, the scheming, the plotting. Would I have been able to do all of this and still lead a normal life? Furthermore, if one man were capable of doing this, the next question would be, why? And especially, why me? The last thing I want is to malign someone whom I love and admire. A member of my own family. Someone who has helped make my son's life worthwhile. Joanne, what possible motive could I have for stooping so low?
I don't know.
The last thing I want, believe me, is to hurt my son and his wife. I want them back together again, where they belong.
Then prove it.
How?
Help them get back together. Help me arrange a meeting between them. I think if they sit down together and talk to each other, they'll work this out themselves.
Well, I would like nothing better, but I think it's too soon for a head-to-head confrontation.
If anything, it's too late. Tomorrow, help me get in touch with them and set it up. Will you?
I somehow feel that it's too premature.
Will you help?
Yes, of course I will. If that's what you want, I'm behind you 100%.
Good. Guess we're starting. Maybe it will all work out.
I think it will. In fact, I'm sure. Well, shall I see you out?